And we're up. We're up. We're up. Oh man, what a day! What a day! So monkey mask or what?
Dude, I'm gonna give it a shot. Like I missed his last one. Was it the Green Knight? Or I think he
Oh
played
yeah, I
like
didn't see that shit. I
Galahad.
thought it looked cool.
Yeah, like because
Yeah,
I
I
know
didn't
that
see it.
because I love Arthurian lore, right? Like
Mhm.
like I think it's so cool, but like I don't know. It was cool, but like at the same time, it just I don't know. It still didn't appeal to me.
I think it's gonna be like a
But
ground version of like Wukong, right? That's what it kind of looks like.
yeah, except Wukong is Chinese, not
Yeah, well, I mean, it does the factor does go between like all that like Asian culture and Indian culture
yeah. Well, unless he's finding enlightenment, you know,
at the
I
end of
don't
the
know.
particular at the end of a
Yeah,
bottle. At the end of a
and
bottle.
unless he's traveling to the west.
Drugs. What's up? Welcome back. Sunday night here at the Average Boys Podcast. It's your boy Crispy. I am here joined by my co-host Trigger. Trigger, what is up, my dude? Good to see you, my guy.
What is going on, brother?
Chilling, dude. Had a pretty fun day yesterday. We'll be talking about it today. The Gamers Expo. We're going to be doing a recap. Other than that, the week was kind of I ended up we ended up having to put some money down on the vehicle. Our vehicle kind of broke down. We had an O2 sensor blowout, and then needed to change out some spark plugs and an engine coil, and change the what is it, the headlight oil or whatever the mechanic wanted to charge us. Yeah, it ended up coming to like $400, dude. Yeah, dude, it was a good it was a pretty nice kick in the dick for the week. And
well, if it makes you feel any better, dude, I've got like just on like I'd have to say just on what is it maintenance, like on my car, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to spend like $1,200.
yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
I have to get a new transmission because my synchro is going out. My third gear in my gearbox is already shearing because like some fucking kid probably used to hot dog in that vehicle.
Nice.
And like I need a brand new windshield. I need just a laundry list of shit. Yeah, a laundry list of shit.
Dude, because like I know that the number one thing that people want to do is they want to find like a mechanic that's willing to do it for like a really cheap price. I mean, that's everybody's kind of like thing, but like there's no cheap no more right now, man. Because price. The thing is prices for parts is like super astronomical right now. Batteries are up to the more of the 100 than the 80s and the 70s, the way it used to be when we were kids. The price of people doing it, and not only that,
decent battery will run you. Well, yeah, a decent battery will run you like $130.
Yeah, it's up there now. So, yeah, everything's kind of pricey right now. The best thing you can do is not look for an affordable mechanic, but I would say a reliable mechanic.
Yeah,
like it's best.
The good thing is I actually know a lot of like a lot
decent mechanics.
Yeah, well, not just that, but I know how to work on my own car. Like I know exactly what I'm doing.
Good shit.
Like I just need the tools to do it. Thankfully, like where I work, one of the partners that I work with, he runs his own mechanic shop, and so he's pretty much told me like, hey man, like dude, whenever you want to bring your car in, bro, like I ain't gonna change you. I'm not gonna charge you labor, but you're gonna do it.
Chops, right? Choppa.
Yeah, and so like I mean, dude, like he's A1, bro. Like he really knows what he's doing. He actually is somebody who is like a guest speaker for like the automotive classes over at STC. So like homie knows what he's doing, and so like I'm in good hands. But like I mean, I just so many things that I need to do with that vehicle. 100%. Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, it's one of those things like we've kind of like sat on it for a bit and we let the car kind of get a little bit better, and yeah, it just caught up with us, and now we're back to it.
Yep.
Yep. So what's up? Okay, so we got that. After that, I had the opportunity and the privilege, of course, jumping on Adam Collections podcast this past Thursday. Or Friday, actually, my boy David hit me up, said he was lacking a guest, a secondary person, and was like, "Can you jump in?" And I was like, Dude,
Absolutely.
easy, bro. Easy. And we did this really cool thing. We hit up some cosplayers for the Ultra Gamers Expo that happened yesterday, which I'm going to be recapping a little bit later today. Was a good time. Other than that, I mean, pretty solid week, normal stuff. Right before the show, went to go get a bite to eat, and right before that, got to fly my little drone around, trying to get video of it, trying to show you guys that I'm pretty capable of doing stupid shit. But yeah, that's about it. Other than that, not a lot of gaming, just a lot of building. How about yourself, brother?
Honestly, man, it was a really, really slow week at work. You know, I'm actually going to be moving locations again. Surprise, surprise, right? But yeah, like, I'm going to a bigger spot. You know, me and the wife, we're gonna be doing that. But as far as like, you know, like me, really, all I really do, man, is just like, I've just been catching up with like new TV shows, new anime and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like the anime that I've been on, like heavy, dude, has been Solo Leveling. Oh my god.
Shit. I've heard some things.
Yeah, dude. Solo Leveling. I honest to God cannot give that one praise enough. It used to be a short novel, which was ridiculous because it's like 400 chapters, but and the premise is something that you've seen quite a bit. Like, think of Sword Art Online, except in the real world. Like everything is happening in IRL. But for the people who've ever seen the webtoon, you know, the manhwa, because it's based out of Korea, dude, it's brutal, bro. Like, brutal.
Indeed.
Yeah. And right now they're on episode 4. You know, things are really, really starting to get good. You're starting to get like a good portion of like his ability set, you know, the like things that he's, you know, kind of capable of doing. And dude, honestly, man, it's just a lot, you know, and I've been a really, really big fan of the series for several years now, like long before they ever announced that they were going to do an anime. Like, I think I was just finishing the main story when they were like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna animate it," and I was just like, "Oh, sick!" Like,
yeah, you already knew it was coming because the popularity of the manga
before,
itself, right?
before, like, you know, I'm not like one of those like, "Oh, I'm falling on the bandwagon" or something like that.
True that. I'm going to give a shout out to everybody in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We always appreciate you guys. We hope you're enjoying your Sunday, coming back to reality of getting ready to go to work back on Monday. And yeah, thank you for joining us on this chill day as you guys get ready for tomorrow. And we're going to catch you in with everything that happened this week and hopefully everything that's coming up this week. So thank you guys again. For me, it's just, of course, like, I'm a big My Hero fan. And of course, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen, I haven't caught up with the season, but I have caught up with like people that are doing reviews and updates. I kind of know like the manga and stuff like that. So what's up? What's up, guys? Robert, James, Chrissy, thank you much. Alex, what's up, my dude? Good to see you guys. Always a pleasure having you guys.
Right now, Jujutsu Kaisen, you know, Jujutsu Kaisen, like in the manga, is going pretty hard right now. For the people who watched the movie, Yuta finally came back, and you know. Like, and for the people who watched season 3, you know, now he's finally making his appearance in the anime itself, not just the movie. And then, you know, like in the manga right now, he's like super duper important and like just a straight hoss. My Hero's actually like literally right in the middle of its last arc.
Yeah, like they're actually kind of like on the cusp of it, dude. Like,
yeah, well,
just some amazing things that are popping up.
Yeah,
just
dude,
things that you don't really like. I mean, yeah, you anticipate some like Bakugo and Ed Shot's thing. So far the situation with I guess All Might. And
dude, yeah, every time I think that, like, yep, this is it.
Yeah, this is it. You know, dude, I'm fucking bawling all the time.
And then, like, out of nowhere, like, whoop, you know, he gets saved for another time.
Yeah, for another time.
I'm kind of just like, crazy, like, damn, dude.
I think what Hirokoshi's trying to say in some of the anime is like, it has to happen. Like, it has to happen.
Yeah. If we're gonna talk about like All Might and like, guys, if you're reading the manga, this isn't really a spoiler for the people who like are just anime only.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't put 2 and 2 together, that's kind of on you. But yes, like All Might is kind of entering like the stages of probably he's about to die right now.
Yeah, we're anticipating it. It sucks.
Yeah, like at this point, like it's not a if, it's a when.
Yeah, it's just a when.
Yeah, and so like every time like I think like, yep, this is it for him, you know, because like
He gets saved.
yeah, he somehow or another he pulls out of it or someone saves him, and it's kind of just like Jesus Christ.
And a lot of there's someone that made a point in this in a forum that I was in, and someone's like, "Yo, All Might's gonna be cool because he's not a female. Only females get killed in this anime." And I was like, "Fuck, dude, you're not wrong, dude. It's not, only the chicks that get murked." Down there, not even kidding. If you think about it, it's only the chicks. Even Edge shot, bro. And he's
Dude,
someone's literal scar tissue.
Well, not just that, dude. Now he's like a little thread,
Yeah,
like that's like
thing,
all he
yeah.
is. Yeah, he's just a little thread right now.
He's literally Venom.
Yeah,
He's literally
that's
like
literally all he is. Like he's got to like
all he is.
reconstitute himself. Oh, I mean, twice died, and
Oh yeah, I guess. But then he came back as with Toga.
yeah, not really. Like he did like his power set. That's like really it.
So
but like even then, dude,
thing.
like, and but more on the female thing, dude. Like it's like it happened, but like at the same time, like it didn't happen, or like it hasn't been like officially said. Like, yeah, that's it. But yeah, I think Toga may have died as well. You know, like
Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, man. Well,
Miss
dude,
Midnight.
hurt. Yeah.
Well, Stars and Stripes is a special case because, they had like this really interesting thing that happened recently in one of the mangas, and I don't want to spoil anything, but like it almost feels like she has the possibility of being a vestige also in a way. Maybe she used her power at the end to become a vestige or something in that way.
So the way that hers was is it's just the way that her quirk worked, right? And the way that her quirk, and the way that her quirk worked was that like her last thing was, I want my quirk to always attack him. So like when he gave it up, like her essence stayed with Shigaraki. Yeah, and so like no matter what, he's always gonna have to like fight off her.
Dude, and it wrecked him. It wrecked him so bad. It took powers from him and everything, dude. The only other thing that I could say is the reason why I feel that All Might will end up, getting got would be because technically the power itself, the all for one or one for all, is not at its full power because it's misting him as a vestige. He can't stack his power because he's still alive. Well, I don't know. He doesn't have a power, but
okay. So yes and no. Like I'm not sure like how much you've kept up with the manga as of late.
I'm up.
Okay, but like the reason that I say yes and no is because yes, I would agree with you because he's not a full vestige yet.
Yeah.
Right.
So it doesn't give it the full power.
But I say no because he's there. Like his like essence is there. So like there this last chapter, like when everything was happening and All Might was saying like, I know what's going on. Like I feel like I'm there with him because like
he can feel it.
His essence is already there. And like he's already on the cusp of death. So he's like, that's why you see like the flames and stuff like that as him, you know, and it's just one of those where I'm like, dude, like I'm really excited to like see what happens because the power stack is already there, right? He already passed down the quirk. Yeah, he already passed down the quirk. So like, it's already
done. It's already done.
Yeah. So like the power stack is already there. His consciousness, on the other hand, isn't like not.
Well, that's the thing though. Like if you notice that every one of the power sets that are there are not just the power, but it's almost like the soul is like in a purgatory in all one for all. Because every one of the vestiges has their own mentality, can make decisions, can have consciousness and do that. The only one that does not get to input is All Might.
Well, that's also like another thing he does though. Like there's a point in time where they're talking and he kind of speaks.
Well, like, his conscious, the power, or
like the essence kind of forth like his emotions, and they read that emotion, and they're like, oh, okay, like we know what he's trying to like.
But even in the concept, right? We remember the second movie that came out when Bakugo got the power also, and there was the point where the power went back to Deku, and All Might was like, oh, the vestiges chose to go back to Deku. Oh, I'm so honored or whatever, and he didn't have a say so in that. Even though technically he should if he's part of that power set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is also Black Whip and him discovering those other quirks,
discovering anything really capable.
Yeah, so I mean,
like for what it's worth, All Might was still a hoss, dude.
Yeah, like granted, this was all for one. Like 7 quirks later, you know, for him.
Yeah.
And as it is, I'm wondering if they're gonna do anything with that. Like I'm really wondering because that's canon. Like that is a canonized event.
Oh, the one where Bakugo got the power and shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
very
that's a
much canonized.
canonized event
Yeah,
now.
pretty
So
much they
like,
canonized pretty much all the movies in some way or form, which is
yeah,
really really
I
cool.
haven't heard anything about 3 yet. You know, World's Hero Mission. I haven't even seen it, dude. But yeah, 1 and
I haven't seen
2,
three.
yeah,
Three's good.
yeah, I like
Three's fun.
uh but yeah, they kind of canonized like that event. So that's why I'm kind of like, I wonder if they're gonna do anything with that, because they really hinted like they were going to. Because
I mean, if you think about it,
the
just
reason
in
that I
general,
say
dude,
that like they hinted that they were going to is because, guys, spoiler alert, if you haven't fucking seen it, like this is kind of on you yet again. He died for a little bit, like
Yeah.
straight died.
Straight died.
Yeah, and he saw All Might in his vestige form, and he's kind of like, oh shit, like, yep, this is it. I always wanted you to sign this for me. And then, you know, like it's his All Might card, you know, like
Yeah, yeah, it's all on the table. Yeah,
yeah,
but
covered in
it's one of
blood.
those things, dude. Like, well, that was in the manga, or that's in the movie too.
This that hasn't been animated yet.
Okay, that's in the
No,
that's in the
yeah,
movie.
no, it
That's in
hasn't
the
been
TV show.
animated yet.
Yeah, that's just in the manga. But yeah, dude, I think being that the first film and the second film both got kind of like, you have the girl that created the arm for Deku to control the power.
Dude,
She's referenced
gangster.
in by making the car in the making his armor.
Yeah, making his
In the
armor,
future
yeah, his
part
card
for All
armor,
Might.
you know.
And
Yeah,
then in the
dude.
recent part, it was um fucking what's her face? Stars and Stripes.
Yeah.
Stars and Stripes was the little girl in the car that All Might saves. Her family in the car in America.
Mhm.
So like from there, she acquired powers or whatnot, and then I mean, by chance she acquired powers.
Well,
But from
like
there,
she
ended
was
up-
always going to, like, she was a natural like natural quirk born
Yeah,
individual.
quirk-born.
It's just that, like, you know, very much like with the X-Men and stuff like that, you know, like high stress sometimes brings out your quirk for the first time.
Yep.
Not necessarily puberty, but yeah, so like that happened, dude. But Stars and Stripes, gangster.
I'm so excited to see her.
Straight gangster, dude.
Like I like how there's like so many people right now that are so appreciative of like females that do weightlifting at that level.
Oh yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
She's
like everybody's like Rhea Ripley and all this other stuff. But nah,
Yeah.
you guys don't even know, dude. Like it's all Stars and Stripes, man. Stars and
Yeah.
Stripes is a hoss, dude.
Dude,
I'm
and
just
her
I'm
quirk is
waiting
so
for the
fucking
point
cool,
when
dude.
they're doing the fight with her and Shigaraki, and she
It's gonna be
makes
so
that
good.
big character to fucking drop that bomb on him, and then grabs the laser like a
Yeah, and
weapon, and
throws it
dude,
at
it's
him.
gonna be so wild, dude. It's gonna be so wild. It's gonna be so good. The other thing, of course, I'm watching is, of course, One Punch Man, the web comic and the series, like the manga and
Okay.
stuff like that.
Yeah,
And the web comic just got real crazy. They just brought what's his name? Genos is going around going to the cyborg that he thinks is like his villain. What's his name? Meta Knight.
Oh,
one of those guys.
Yeah. Well, because I've been reading the manga, right?
Yeah.
I read the manga. I started picking up the manga as Blast came in.
Oh, Blast is cool, man. Controls
Yeah.
like black holes and like all this.
Yeah, he's like a
teleport and,
gravity
like,
controller. Like,
it's
yeah,
just
he
super
controls
cool, dude.
like space,
Yeah.
space and time.
But the thing is,
And-
what's crazy is like being with that. There's like scenes where he's fighting Genos in that ultimate battle on Mars or Neptune or wherever he's at, and there's this
Down
whole like
Jupiter.
vestige for him too, where he's got like a bunch of variations of like other villains that
Yeah,
One Punch
Boros and stuff like that, and like the Lion King.
Yeah, they're all there, dude.
like-
All the guys that One Punch already killed them guys, dude. Like,
Yeah,
but they're all there.
good, yeah, they're good guys in other universes, and they're like, let's help you out.
well,
You
what
know.
happened was in this past week in the web comic, so Genos goes to one of Meta Knight's laboratories. There's 3 of them that he's destroying. One of them, that kid, what's his name? Kid, King Kid, or I don't know. He's like a little kid that's like smart.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
He's one of
Yeah,
the he's one of the heroes. I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he is fighting against that Meta Knight guy. That's apparently the guy that fucked up the cyborg Genos' home or family or whatever and killed him. But Genos goes to 2 other ones and he blows up the first one, and then when he blows up the second one, you know what he finds? He finds Boros's body, and it's all like set up in a machine, like to be like turned into a cyborg robot. So it looks like we're gonna get Boros, the villain with the one eye from the first
back.
season.
Yeah.
And no one knows who he is because One Punch is the only one that fought him and just blew him up.
yeah.
None of the other villains or superheroes got to see them. They only got to see the tentacle guy that can like do telekinesis, and then the minions of his person or whatnot.
Dude, you know who I'm surprised if they haven't done more with, and like, because I know that she was relatively important, was Docs.
Dogs.
Which the chick, the chick, the BDSM chick, the one with like
did she get smashed out in the monster arc? I thought she got killed off by Genos or something.
I think she did, but like it always kind of seemed like she was gonna come back.
Yeah, that's the same thing with that the mosquito chick that they slap off.
Exactly. Like, and she did come back, like kind of.
That's the whole thing. That was the same thing about like the big gorilla that's a cyborg that like later on you see him and he's just like trying to go buy groceries and live life because he already got his ass kicked. That's like Black S, or what's his name, the fucking little sperm guy that turns into the little monster that like now is his like pet, is a dog now.
Yeah, but is also like one of like an S
like the strongest things on the planet.
Dragon rank.
He just turned into a fucking dog, and now he's like, oh fuck, this thing's gonna kill me or whatever.
Yeah, but he's also like a dog, but like he's like, oh, I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get that.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
Exactly.
And One Punch is like, be good, or I'll fucking murder you. And they're like, oh no, please don't. Like it's so funny, dude. But I tell people all the time, the Genos, the what's his name, the what was the fucking guy's name? What's the villain guy's name? The fucking dude that does all the fighting and shit. The monster guy.
Giro.
Well, he's a hoss, dude. When he gets God's power later on, and he's like a universe cosmos, it's stupid good. But the comedy behind it or not, man,
honestly, dude, like look it up on YouTube. There's actually a fan comic with the art that's almost identical to the manga.
Oh yeah, it's clean, dude.
And it's One Punch Man actually fighting God, but you find out that he's actually a fifth dimensional being. Yeah, and it's just One Punch Man going to town like with this guy.
So crazy, dude.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for One Punch, even though it's like the dumbest thing. Like if you really break it down, it's like the
it's really bad. Thing. Yeah, but that's why I stick to the manga.
It just makes fun of the anime world so great, and it's by far I can't wait for it. I can't wait. It's gonna honestly, be man,
like, and this is why I say pick up solo leveling. Like for the people, like, dude, it gets really tropey. Solo leveling, right? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, dude, it gets really, really fucking tropey, right? MC becomes really, really powerful by XYZ reason. He has like, and it's not an isekai at all, right? Like, it's not like him like getting a harem or anything like that. Nah, it's just like through events that happen to him, he has to make a choice that's like, okay, either I do this and this bad thing happens, or I don't do it, or I do it and I can possibly make sure that it doesn't happen. And like by the time you know it, he's like progressed so far that he's now like a universe level being, you know,
and he's like conquering everything.
Yeah, he's like stopping these like universe like level events. But like yet again, dude, like he dies more than once in this, and like it's a big deal when he dies again. Because
how's he able to return though?
Well, okay, so the first way that he does is there's two sets of like gods, right? There's the monarchs and the rulers. And the monarchs are like they stay in the darkness, the rulers stay in the light. Well, there used to be a ruler that became a monarch, and this monarch was kind of the one that kept the other monarchs in check. And the rulers are the like god figures, and they're the ones who kind of keep each other in check. Well, when Sung, you know, or Jinwoo, you know, who is his name, when he dies, the way that he dies was in the parameters of a mission that you get as a player. And because he fulfilled all of that, it's like it basically gives him a choice. They're like, either you can accept to be a player or not, and in 0.02 seconds your heart will stop and you die. So he becomes a player, and he like wakes up in the hospital.
I I'm just putting up the comment section.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I see that. You know, it kind of has been as of late. It's like really deep sometimes. But
I don't understand. What do you mean? What is it? What does it mean? Okay, so Omar, what's up?
Kind
Omar,
of
good to see
comments
you in
on
the
that
comment
later.
section, my dude. Good to see you yesterday at Anime Expo too, man.
Yeah,
I mean, our Gamers Expo. He says I have a comment about the One Punch Man thing. He's not really a joke character anymore. His battles have more to do with depression than an actual battle. Is it because like he's so overpowered? Like
sometimes, well, especially like during the Giro fight, it's kind of like, is this really what you want to be? Like, is this like like you have a kid who like idolizes you and you're killing him because you're giving off radiation.
Oh no. Okay, I get that. I get what you're saying. I get exactly what it is. But no, it's still a joke because like,
I know, and like I completely agree. Like the series as a whole is a big fuck you to the anime world.
So like One Punch, I believe it's truly created to fuck with the leveling system of characters in anime. And what do I mean by that is that every anime that comes out of different companies, every one of them has to be stronger than the last guy. Yeah. So like you'll see that there's Goku, and Goku's like the universal. And then everybody wanted him to be like Luffy to be stronger than him. And then now this guy and that guy, every anime has like a character that has to be better than, Naruto. That's why there's always that question. I bet you Naruto can beat Goku, and it's like, not really, dude. Like same thing with Luffy. Luffy's amazing at Gear 5, but there's no way he tanks any of the Dragon Ball Z characters, dude, at all.
There's actually one of them where it was like any of the Naruto characters could one shot Luffy in Gear 5.
I doubt it. I really doubt it. It's because like even with that, like look at the approach that the guy who makes One Punch did with Luffy's power. He made him rubber. Like he literally made him a property that cannot be destroyed by physical contact. Like anybody that tries to punch him it's literally like,
yeah, but you know,
I am rubber, you are glue. Remember
Luffy has two weaknesses. Do you know what they are?
What?
Luffy has two weaknesses. Do you know what they are?
It's like steel and rubber or some shit like that, right?
Close. Yeah. It's water and cutting effects.
Okay.
Any cutting effects will have an effect on him.
Yeah, because that's rubber. Yeah.
Yeah. But and then water, because he's a devil fruit user.
Yeah, they can't fuck with ocean water. But is it kind of universal water across the board?
Like it's way his ability to swim. Yeah,
what a way to fuck your life up.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all solo leveling, and every anime does that on purpose.
Yeah, that's and honestly, like if you've seen Sword Art, you've kind of seen solo leveling.
Yeah.
Right. Like in an aspect you have. But the reason that I like solo leveling is because, like, unlike Kirito, who was just OP from the fucking start to like finish, he's always been OP. This guy, like, he grinds, like, just straight grinds till he becomes as strong as he is. And then, like, everyone always noted, like, everyone always ever remembered him as the weakest hunter in the world. So, like, when he starts, like, really putting foot to ass, everyone's kind of like, you need to get reevaluated because you're not an E rank anymore. You need to go see these people. And yeah, dude, it becomes like a huge thing. And honestly, man, it's fucking awesome. Like the anime right now is so good. It's a slow burn though. I'm not gonna lie, it's a slow burn.
Okay,
that's like if I have one gripe, and it's the biggest gripe that I have with the anime, it's the slowest fucking burn.
Okay. Well, but I mean, it's just barely started though.
Yeah, but it's already on episode 4 and now just getting good.
Okay. Well, do you recommend it? Do you recommend solo leveling?
Yeah, I've heard
so many people talk about it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Okay. The one that I've been checking out was this one that's like My Life as an Immortal King. It's on Netflix.
Oh,
it's a Chinese-based anime, though. Chinese animated series.
Dude, there's another one that I saw that was Chinese and
it's really good.
Well, yeah, it's a martial arts anime, but like, dude, it looked cool as fuck, bro.
The Immortal King one is or an Immortal God is pretty solid, and it has some corny stuff in the beginning because the character tries to play off as like this like normal dumb guy because he's like a god amongst humans, and he just wants to live a normal life.
Dude, speaking of Chinese anime, have you heard of Fog Hill of the Five Nights?
Mm-mm.
Dude, okay, so it's like Fog Hill of the Five Elements. My bad. And it's like, and they used to be little snippets, right? Okay. Little like 2.5 minute, but then they started making like 12, 15 minute episodes. Dude, and it got good. Like,
got good.
it's fucking cool, bro.
Yeah, that was a surprise with that other one too, man. It's got a really rich story, and it pops off at the end really well. It very much reminded me of The Devil's a Part-Timer.
Okay. Yeah.
But the action at the last 2 fight scenes or the 2 episodes, it gets crazy interesting. Time travel, creating new multiverses. Like this guy's like hyper powerful.
Yeah.
But it's really, really cool. This guy wanted to come in and offer us a private thing. Thanks, man, but not too interested. Thank you though. Yeah, appreciate you and your grind, buddy. But yeah, man. Solo Leveling, guys, don't forget to check it out. Very interesting show, recommended by Triggs, my man Triggs. Onwards to the next part of the conversation, which is funny. Recent times, Triggs, you haven't been getting a lot of love from Brian when it comes to this film. But
dude, and honestly, this is just another fucking
just
another bullet in the chamber for him, dude. And like, as much as I try and defend this film, because you know what, dude, like I'm gonna defend it till I fucking die. But man,
Chrissy in the comment section got the opportunity to read the books. He's caught up. Doom 2 has been scrutinized in the news in the last maybe 2 or 3 days. Because they released the image and the design for the cup that they're releasing. Bucket. Yeah, was it popcorn? Bucket. No, it's a popcorn bucket.
Yeah,
I thought it was a cup.
No, it's a bucket.
Well, whatever it is, that shit is for the streets, dude.
Yeah, dude, that gonna make men act up.
Yeah, I'm gonna look up a picture, but tell us about it, man.
So for the people who have seen Dune, there have been a couple. There was like one really, really big iconic shot where it's Lady Jessica and Paul, they're running away from a sandworm, and you see a sandworm and it's got the teeth, and it's just really, really big and long. Well, they made a popcorn bucket with like the teeth and the whole thing and the sandworm coming out of it. Yeah, and well, it has a very interesting design, and men are gonna act up.
Men are acting up.
Yeah. The people memes for that silly. Are iconic.
Dude, I've already seen every type of meme you can think about. There was one of them that was like, it was a guy in the emergency room, and someone was like, "Yo, someone needs to tell them Doom Cubs to chill the fuck out or whatever."
Yeah, dude.
The guy's in a fucking emergency. Well, he's in an ambulance for it, but yeah, dude. What do you think of this design for the cup?
I see why dudes are gonna act up.
These flashlights are getting way out of hand. It's way out of hand. I like how they're just like offering them to the public and hiding them behind this shit. Where are you supposed to put your straw in this bitch?
Well, it's a popcorn bucket. Unless you're sucking the butter out, I really don't think that you need a straw for it.
Well, I mean, they're sucking something out of it, man. People are doing some wild shit with it already. Yeah, you're not wrong, man. Dude, look at this picture. This is even better. This is even better.
Yeah, dude.
That's it right there. That's gonna be it.
Yeah, man. It's a hard defend for this movie right now.
Yo, so before I ask, or let me ask the question: how many of these are you gonna buy, man?
I got a homeboy that works at AMC, so I'm gonna have him hook me up, dog. Yep, I'm gonna have him hook me up.
He's getting 3, and we're naming them all different names and shit for different days of the week. This is wild, dude. This is the wildest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, man. King Yeti says, I don't think your straw is what goes in it.
Yeah. No, dude. Okay, so I'm guessing you're going to fist this whole thing, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just even worse, isn't it?
Yeah.
They just want your whole ass hand in there.
Yep.
Dude, I would have loved to
sit in Omar's like, Lord have mercy.
Tell you, dude. I would have loved to sit in the fucking design room for this. That one sweaty
dude, like, you just look at that and you're like, this is what you want to put out.
Yeah, there's one sweaty dude in the back, just breathing heavy in the corner of the room. That's like, I got an idea, guys. I got an idea for the design.
Jimmy, let's see it. Well, what do you got for us?
All right, buddy. Yeah, it just comes out. He just brings his own fuking handmade one that he did. He just made it himself at his house and shit. Dude, this is wild.
Stuff in it.
It's just, is this gel? It's the wildest shit I've seen in a while, but yeah, not the brightest of design quality in this, but I mean, they could have even, I don't know, man,
literally done anything else.
God damn it,
literally done anything else.
They could, you know what they could have done? They could have done it like the Demigorgon, and they could have had it to where like the mouth is closed and then you like peel it open like in the corners.
I think that would have been even worse.
No, dude, it doesn't look like that, dude. It doesn't look like that.
Yeah,
there's so many things.
People are gonna find creative ways to open it, and then it's gonna get even worse, dude.
I mean, what else could you have fucking put on the knife, the hand, a blue eye? Like, what's the other thing you could have made?
The mask, maybe, like
something, dude.
Knows? Yeah.
Something. Spider-Man, the movies got Miles Morales' head and got Gwen Stacy's head. These guys are like, yo, let's just give him a fucking pocket puss, dude. Yeah, dude. French tickler.
Dude,
and
I sent this to Audrey, and she was just like, "You're fucking kidding." And I was like, "I really wish I was."
The butter is your lube.
Yeah.
The butter is your lube.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if they had to like pour the butter like by hand into your hands to put in there? Like just it just gets fucking creepy, dude.
Yeah, dude,
like
there's no, it just gets worse.
It gets worse every time you think about like how you can make it better, right?
Yeah.
This is 100% why movie theaters are going down. AMC, please stop. You have a problem.
Yeah.
This is gonna be an intervention. We're gonna have an average boys intervention.
Dude, this is worse than their fucking subscription base, dude.
It's pretty fucking bad, dude. Yeah. It is pretty bad. But yeah,
maybe it's the lid.
What is it? Maybe it's the lid.
Says maybe it's the lid.
Yeah. I mean, that's really all it is. I mean, I don't think anybody cares about the cup design anymore.
Yeah.
Whatever's printed on the side of that cup, no one gives a fuck about right now.
Dude. Fuck.
Everyone's like, they sell it to you and you look at it and then that wah, 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 wah song comes out every time, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dune 2's rough, man. I don't know how you're going to make anybody like this movie from here on out.
Well, I mean, they're going to love the fuck out of this movie now.
Yeah. No. It's like, dude, what other movie came with a fleshlight?
Yeah, dude.
That's so fucking
wild, Madam Web, get on it, dude.
Yeah, they're trying to get everybody ready for what's that chick's name from Black Widow 2?
Yeah,
since she's in the movie now.
Fucking Florence Pugh.
Everybody's trying to get her ready and shit. I would put a plan in it. Yeah, that I don't even. That plan will get fucked up by the time it reaches that teeth, dude.
Yeah, I mean, whatever sharpens your pencil at this point.
You would literally have to just like, as a parent or whatever, when your kid's like, "Mom, Dad, what's this?" I don't know what any fucking side purpose this shit has, dude. You go home, you just take a razor blade to all those little teeth, dude.
Something.
Just cut all of it off, dude. Just cut all that monstrosity off. Just don't even let your children see this. Don't even buy it. Don't even buy it. Make a point to these people and just don't even buy it. Oh, that's crazy, dude. Alrighty. Well, guys, onwards to the next one. I had the honor and spectacular effort of going to Ultra Gamers Expo yesterday at the McAllen Convention Center. By far one of the funnest events I've been to in a while. Great people, good community. Overall, the ambiance of like the way they set up the gaming and all that stuff this year was really, really solid. It's really, really solid. Got to see a couple of my good friends. Got to see some really cool people that I wanted to see. So, yeah, man, I had a really, really great time. Triggs, by chance, did you guys get to go out there, or did you hear about Ultra Gaming?
I heard about it, brother, but I mean, I was working, man, so like there was really no possible way for me to like go out there, to spend the money to go out there, stay for a couple of hours, and then bounce. And like financially, it would not have made sense. As it is, like this week was slow for me, like at the bar. Mm-hmm. So like as much as like I would have loved, for all of that to happen, I really just did not have any of the time or
even the energy.
I'm not gonna, I'm gonna call a spade, dude. I had the want to go out there to, just to be out there for like an hour or two.
Yeah, and, just exhausting, right?
Yeah, man. It would have just fucked my whole day up.
It's all good. It's all good. I had a great time. There was like this really badass setup, and I don't know if you saw, but like all the competitions had these badass fucking championship belts that they gave out to all the first place winners.
Yeah. I saw that. Cash
prizes, dude. That was fucking cool. That was really, really cool. But overall it was a fun event. Highly recommended. Can't wait for April, because that's when it's going to be my man South Texas Comic-Con on the frets, bro. On the frets. Cannot wait. But yeah, that was about it for that, man. Cool on the thing. I got to do cosplay. I went out there. I created an Oni Daredevil character. I had a really, really great time with this character. It was pretty fun. I'm going to try to see I was going to check to see if I could go live, but I don't think I can. Let me see if I could find at least a picture of what we did yesterday. Let me see. Well, I'll show it later. But yeah, I got to dress as Oni Daredevil. Made this like super elaborate mask, smoke, all this other stuff was really, really crazy. But yeah, had a good time. Had a great time.
Hell
but
yeah, dude.
Onwards to the next one, man. So yesterday or today, we got some information that was really, really cool. Me and Trig's wife, a lot of our friends, we're all big fans of this series. It's going to be coming to PC, Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West. Tell me about it, brother. Are you excited?
Dude. Yeah,
what got you excited about this? Because it's been a while that Forbidden West has been out on PS4 and all this other stuff. So let us know what you think about the game and how you feel about it.
So I haven't played Forbidden West yet. I started it on PS5 and it was so cool, dude. Super, super cool. I played Zero Dawn on PC. That was like my first exposure to it. And I knew that it was really, really good, right? I knew that it was super, super good. And I knew that like a lot of people just fucking raved about this game. And I think I bought it on I know I bought it on sale. I bought it on sale and I think it was like $25 for like the collector's edition. So I did that. Okay. And I was playing it through. I had already kind of played a little bit with Audrey. One time she had played the game like right around the time when it had first come out. And like bless her little heart, dude, like she was doing some stuff and I was just like, I wouldn't do it this way. I would do things this way. And so like I played and I fucking just annihilated shit, dude. It was so good. And
it's a fun game. Like, it's a hell of a game.
And so I was just like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. You know what? I remember kind of having fun when I played this and fuck it. Like let me give this game a shot on my terms. And so like I did it. I fucking fell in love with it and I was like, bro, this is so good. So good.
What makes that game fun is you play this character named Alloy, and it's very much like a third person version of like a hunting game, but you're hunting fucking dinosaurs. Like that's the easiest way for me to explain it. Like and they're crazy, dude. My favorite ones are fighting are like the bear robots.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love fighting. And of course the behemoth is probably like my funnest. Like I can get lost playing that over and over again and just grinding. Such a great game. And what's cool about it is like,
I was fortunate enough to like know certain things that I was doing before I had really like really jumped into it, because I remember her playing it and we were going through it and like there's some things that you need to collect, for like this particular armor that you need to upgrade.
To upgrade.
And one of them like you get like super early in the game.
Yeah, like right off the front. It's literally in the same cave you start off in.
Yeah, and so like if you don't get it, you kind of miss it. Like that's it. Yeah.
And it's crazy because if you're a gamer,
so like by the time I got the armor, I hadn't even gotten to the final boss yet, dude. And that boss fight was fucking papas with that armor.
Easy, bro. That fucking armor is so legit too. But what makes it even better is the fact that Hideo Kojima, when he was going through his problems with Metal Gear 5 at the ending of his career with Konami and stuff, he was having a lot of difficulty releasing Death Stranding and finding a company that was willing to work with him and help him with his the operating system and the modeling and I think it's called the Fox engine that he was creating, which was very, very technical. And the people who make Horizon Zero Dawn are the ones that helped him out. And in Horizon Zero Dawn and in Death Stranding, you can both find Easter eggs to both video games. So actually, a lot of
Death Stranding, you can even find an Easter egg to, in Cyberpunk, you can actually find a Easter egg to Death Stranding.
Really?
Yeah, you can find a BB.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yep.
Like what's really cool about that is now has been talks, of course, in the community for Metal Gear. Hideo Kojima has always been this guy that's always put Easter eggs in his stuff.
Yeah,
like always, no matter what. It could be a trailer, it could be anything. He's always finding ways to get the community just riled up and talking. He's such a master of it. And now people believe that there's a connection between Death Stranding and Horizon Zero Dawn being in the same universe. That the story of Death Stranding is literally the technological part in the insides of what Alloy is doing by connecting the worlds together and stuff. That those are like the networking on the inside, the AI, in other words, and that those are what the people are in Death Stranding, and that's why you can find like armor to Death Stranding in Horizon Zero Dawn, and you can find certain creatures in Zero Dawn in Death Stranding. So very, very cool. Great Easter egg. Fucking fantastic video game. Great story, great mechanics, great everything, guys. Go check it out. Horizon Zero Dawn Forbidden West is by far one of my top 10 games in the world. Like, if you get a chance, and now it's coming to PC, don't forget, give it a chance, get out there and try it out. You won't be disappointed. Fun fucking great, fun fucking game. Onwards to the last part of our conversation. It's probably going to be the biggest one because there's so much news that's coming out with this company right now. But and this is across the board, guys. We're going to be talking about it. But Marvel news. So Marvel dropped.
Yeah, there's so much going on with Marvel going on right now.
Now, what's cool is when I was on the podcast Thursday with David, we talked a little bit about it. But David, you know, he'll tell me straight up. He'll be like, "Well, I don't know that much about as much as comics as you guys, but you know." We can chat about it because I've been chatty about it because I'm the one that chats about this shit all the time. Chris, Stella, and Alex, and all the guys and my friends, whenever we're anywhere, they're like, "Oh, bro, did you have a mini podcast with someone today?" Because I just can't stop myself. You know this, Trigger. I just can't stop myself from talking comics and nerds and all that shit. But Marvel has dropped some interesting information, and we got
all
some
across
stuff
the
to talk
board,
about.
man. All across the board.
All across. What's something you want to pick up right now?
So honestly, man, I kind of want to talk. If we're gonna do the quickest talk, let's do the Century recast.
Okay, go for it. I'm you know me, I'm a big Century guy. Should I have one of the action figures here? The Century was something we talked about. Thunderbolts is a big film that's going to be coming out this year. I believe it's going to come out this year. It's supposed to be coming out every year.
Dude, honestly, TBD for all the Marvel projects right now because of the strikes and stuff like that. Yeah,
just stream
TBD.
them. Just stream them, please.
So originally Steven Yeun, the guy who plays,
Glenn in The Walking Dead.
Yeah, Glenn in Walking Dead. He's currently Mark Grayson in Invincible. He voices, the main character. He was lined up and signed on to be the Sentry, right? Mm-hmm. Because of the strikes, certain things took priority over that. He had to drop out. Unfortunately, he burnt a couple of bridges. Like when he did do that, he's hoping that like they kind of like, hey man, you know what? Like at least you were cool about it. Like, and he's hoping he didn't burn too many like the important bridges to come back.
Yeah,
right.
True.
But the person who is in big talks, big talks to fill in for that role, I believe his name is Lewis Pullman. Right. This is Bill Pullman's son. And for anyone who knows who Lewis Pullman is, he's the guy who was Bob in Top Gun Maverick. He's the guy with big old glasses and stuff like that. And honestly, man, like he looks like he can fit the part. Like like some of the stuff that he's done, he looks like he can be a drug addict who's trying to get that next fix. Yeah.
I mean, this is and we talked about this before, like the Sentry's character, and it's really weird how you could tell people that don't read comic books and know the characters really well on how they react to some of these kind of like calls and stuff. When we first heard about it, you remember, dude, I was like super against Steven Yeun being the Sentry, and it wasn't against
which is like for me kind of crazy because I was just like, dude, like
I'm a big fan of Glenn. I think he's a fantastic actor.
Like you're not a Steven Yeun fan. Like, that he can act.
But the reason why is because a lot of people don't realize that the Sentry's character is supposed to be like a diss to the Superman characters, like that trope of character in comic books where you're supposed to have this like, and it's not racist back in the day because that was just the time period we lived in where you had this like Anglo white man, blonde hair, blue eyes, perfect figure, being this like iconic god figure across the board. It was natural in that time frame that they created this character, or when I guess you could say they shoehorned him into the comic books because he wasn't like an old school golden era comic book character. They forced that in. He was like I would say like maybe early 2000s character that they said was back from the 60s and shit like that, right?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, because he wasn't really a character back in the day, was he?
Not huge. Like honestly, I think one of his biggest claims to fame, obviously, was the World War Hulk story, and
Yeah, but what I mean is like the character of the century, he barely debuted in 2000.
Yeah.
But in that story, they claim that he was a character from the 50s and 60s. Like they were saying that he was like the golden age superhero, but they used like the Fantastic Four and Doctor Strange came together to create a spell in the Watchman Tower that was going to make everybody forget who he was. And then all of a sudden he came back in that storyline, the Marvel Knight story and stuff.
Well, they also did the same thing with Blue Marvel.
Yes. And that was the thing. Like that's where a lot of people were disappointed because that was the same thing for Blue Marvel. That was the same, literal same thing, same character. So like in that aspect, even with that, like the Blue Marvel character, I think he's a fantastic character, and his origin story kind of feels like it makes more sense. I was just talking about this yesterday too, on how I would jizz due to they brought Blue Marvel in the movies already because he's amazing. But black superhero saves the president during the civil rights movement. The CIA and FBI were like, we are so happy that you were able to save the president in the United States, but if society saw that a black man, but you're black. Yeah, and if you save the president, the world would go crazy. And he was like, for my country. You know what I mean? Like just straight up United States American soldier, understood the times and all that stuff. And he was like, for my country. And he just quelled himself, got paid off and chilled out, dude. It wasn't until Anti-Man came back that he fucking tanked the Avengers, and then they needed Blue Marvel to come and save him. But the problem with the Sentry's character is he's almost practically the same way, minus the fact that he was only breaking into a facility to steal drugs, and he accidentally grabbed the Sentry formula, which is like, I think it was called like the Golden Formula, and it had like the Captain America serum, but it was like a million times potent, dude. It was like super potent, and he took it, fucked him up a little bit, got him sick, and then later on he woke up and he was like this marvelous being of just enormous power, but what he didn't realize
at the same time, like he's also like a huge schizophrenic.
Yeah.
Well, the powers, like he manifests a dark personality called the Void. And,
who is this cosmic being in betweener that can like literally destroy the entire universe. Yeah, and then the dynamic was he cannot do good without doing bad. And then it was always a fight. And then from there, they wrote a couple of stories with him that was really good. And then all of a sudden, like nothing. Like they couldn't figure out what to do with his character because he was so
they like did one thing where they like made all the personalities like work with each other. It was like the true Sentry.
He accepted the Void.
Yeah, and like the Void accepted Bob Reynolds, the Sentry, and the Void, and like and so they were like
black and red.
Like the Avengers are like, hey man, you gotta calm down, and he's like, no, you all gotta calm down.
No, you all gotta calm down, baby.
I'm okay. Yeah, but you're no.
Dude, it was funny. It was really, really funny. But like even with that, they didn't know what to do. And then they ended up taking him into the Black King story, right? And then what happened was
and then he's one shot.
Yeah, well, he gets torn in half because that's what he did to Carnage, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Black King takes him into space and rips Sentry in half because that's what he did to Carnage in your Siege story. Yeah. The Siege story.
Dude,
so from Siege. There
like you dude, if they ever did a Siege story, I would
don't ask yet, man. Don't even bring that into existence. They're gonna mess it up.
Don't wish that evil on us yet.
Yeah, don't do it. We already have Secret Wars. We're gonna have to deal with when it comes out. Yeah, so I'm not excited.
The super duper awesome Secret Invasion.
Yeah, super duper toy sale competition movie. That's what they're gonna call it. They just call it that. Hasbro the movie.
Yeah,
Marvel Hasbro toys the movie. So after that, the Sentry, they didn't really have much to do with him. They just killed him off, and now they've taken his power and made it something that, of course, that they could just pass to the next guy. And now they're bringing in the Sentry as a power that goes across the universe, even though it was never like that before. That would be like Captain America's power, just going into the great beyond and picking the next dude. You know what I mean? It's so stupid.
This is why, honestly, I'm glad that they're doing what they're doing with Captain America, because like Captain America is a cool character to have when you like need to rally the people.
Yeah,
right?
that's it.
That's it.
That's
Past
it. That's
that,
as far as his powers can go.
Captain
He just
America
punches
plays
everything really hard.
zero
Ain't
influence
hanging with nobody
on
no more.
anything.
Yeah, it's
You
wild.
know
Dude.
what?
It's so
Yeah,
wild.
my favorite story of all time. You know what Captain America's greatest thing was? It's two instances. The first is when Hulk and Beast literally make fun of him by calling him stupid, and two is when he dies.
Yeah,
That's it.
True.
Like those two instances are Captain America's greats in that story.
My favorite Captain America moment was Hail Hydra, and that wasn't even him. And then the factor that no one even remembers that the Captain America right now that we have in the comic books isn't even real. He was the consciousness of Captain America trapped in the cosmic cube world, and they brought that to life. And the real Captain America is this like psychopath called, what was it? He was a Captain Krakoa. He was a Captain Krakoa character. They locked him up. They put him away and stuff like that. He's just like a nut. He's a nutcase. The Captain Hydra guy never got killed. He never got done. They just locked him up. He
Yeah, but at the same
around.
time, like, you know, like if we could, like, if we're really gonna go that far, like, dude, I mean, the Wolverine that we have isn't even the real Wolverine anymore.
None of the X-Men are, dude.
Yeah, because I remember like
clones,
Wolverine
dude.
went back in time to like go stop in was it Age of Ultron. He went to go stop
Ultron.
like became too PTSD'd, and then the other Wolverine was like, well, I haven't experienced that yet, so yeah, like, you want me to just, you know, end it for you? And he's like, fucking go for it.
Future Past Wolverine had to catch up to his consciousness, which didn't make any fucking sense.
Exactly. So it's,
and then
it,
not only that, 100%, all the X-Men have been killed off like 80 million times in the Book of X or whatever.
Oh yeah,
the Book of X,
currently,
none of them
like,
are the same. None of them are the same. It goes back to that psychology of like, if I clone myself by teleporting myself, do I destroy my atoms here? And then when it goes over there, is it a whole new person, but just is instilled with my consciousness for that moment, like a robot?
Dude, honestly, in the way that X-Men is going right now, it doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, dude, it's all nutty.
Like, yeah, the only thing that matters right now is like, make sure that Moira doesn't die, and oh yeah, and now they have a being that's supposedly stronger than the one above all.
Oh yeah, Oblivion.
The Enigma.
Yeah, the Enigma. Yeah, that's the other dumbass. I hate comic books right now, dude. They're such in a stupid point right now. In a horrible, horrible point.
Like, anything outside of X-Men is actually kind of cool.
I don't know. It feels really bankrupt. Like, it feels really like they're just like, they're really throwing noodles at walls and just hoping something sticks. I don't know. It's weird. Like, Nightcrawler became Spider-Man for a minute. That was weird.
Hey, I mean, fucking Elektra became Daredevil.
Yeah, Elektra became Daredevil. That was weird.
For a long while, too.
Kingpin is the mayor and was able to go into Krakoa because he's married to that chick. I forgot her name. Mary. Mother Mary.
Fuck. Yeah.
Some fucking character his wife is, and he's just trying to use them because he wants to be cool, because Krakoa has like pills that can grant you immortality. And I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't even know anymore. It's just so weird. It's just so weird.
Read comics.
Yeah, read comic books. You'll totally hate it. But yeah, not impressed by a lot of stuff that's coming out in comic books right now. But yeah, the Century finally got replaced by this guy. And like I said before, the character, well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the way it was. Well, actually, Chrissy, what's really crazy is like the concept of throwing noodles at a wall and hoping that they stick is very much synonymous to like back in the 60s when they were coming up with characters like Stickman and Stilts, Rhino, the man, the lizard man, like all they were doing was
Calendar Man.
Yeah, Calendar Man.
Yeah.
All they were doing was coming up with names of characters and putting them in like comic books like every other week. And what I mean by stick is they would throw a lot of them out there and just go, okay, which one did the community really get around? Oh, you know, everybody liked Calendar Man. Bet. Well, let's keep him and put him in more things. You know, the Mole Man, let's keep him and put him in more things. So it was always like that. That was like the saying back in the day. So yeah, that's where that comes from. So just letting you know. But yeah, the only other thing that I heard, well, the Century being recasted as an Anglo dude, because they're gonna make him look like bad, dude. They're gonna make that guy the bad guy. He's gonna come in, save the day really cool, and everyone's gonna like, and then they're gonna perverse the fuck out of that character, because that's literally what that character is. Like they're just gonna turn him into like the worst villain ever. So I guarantee you watch it. They've never done it in the comic books that wild, but I guarantee they're gonna have him come in, do some Superman shit, and then the Void's gonna take over. Which I mean, you remember the comic book when the Void took over and it like destroyed the entire planet?
Yeah,
and like just went after the whole like cosmic entities in the universe and everything. It was literally a what if comic, but they're gonna try to make that real and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I just can't control this thing, and like make it to where he just like
dude, but
control.
at least it's gonna be better than fucking Madame Web.
Oh fuck. So how do you feel about Madame Web?
Well, Audrey says that I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, you have to, dude.
Yeah, because 3 of her favorite actresses are in that movie, being Sydney Sweeney, Isabel Merced, and Dakota Jackson. So I'm going to go see it.
How does she like them?
Well, Dakota Jackson because 50 Shades of Grey. Isabel Merced because like fucking
Euphoria,
well, yeah, Sydney Sweeney, Euphoria, and then Isabel Merced. I mean, she's actually a really really good young Mexican actress. And then I don't know this other black chick that they have.
Does Audrey know that no one knows literally who that Madame Web character is?
Yes.
Okay, let's just make sure
she knows because I've told her.
Okay, good. Because I was gonna say the only Madame Web that a lot of people reference when it comes to this is the older
old one.
The old lady.
Who's she supposed to be playing?
Yeah, because
this is supposed to be
just generational changes.
Yeah, but at the same time, Ezekiel Sims isn't white haired, either.
Yeah, he's more like maybe like in his like late 40s, early 50s kind of shit.
Not
like Uncle Ben age,
he looks like in his like late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah,
like this guy looks like
Uncle Ben's age.
A little bit older than me.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, I would say he's kind of like he should be about the same age as the Uncle Ben in the film, right? Because the paramedic guy's supposed to be Uncle Ben, and I'm gonna tell you right now, dude. I think I talked about this last week. Robert mentioned this in a post last time, but if they fucking take the with great power comes responsibility and puts that bitch in a fortune cookie, fuck Uncle Ben. Like fuck that dude for making that like a big thing. Like fuck that guy for coming up with that and telling that to his fucking nephew that he just read when he had lunch with some other chick than his aunt like the day before and shit. Fuck that.
That he never got to sleep with.
That he never got to sleep with and was sad and was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell my nephew while I'm dying that I almost practically cheated on his aunt with this chick, and this is what I remember from our date. Dude, and then that's his whole shtick, bitch. That's his whole shtick. Spider-Man's whole thing, across the board. It's on his merchandise. It's what he tells other superheroes, and he didn't even know his grandpa was trying to get his willy wet with another girl. You know what I mean? Fuck that noise.
Get it,
boss. Dude, I don't know, man. I'll walk out of the theater. I don't know, but yeah,
I'm trying to find the actor who's playing Ezekiel Sims.
Oh, did you find it or no?
I'm looking for it right now.
Yeah, I mean, he looks pretty cool. The costume looks a little, I don't know, it looks kind of funky. It looks like it has a bunch of like
too much like what we've seen, Just saying.
What say that again? I didn't hear you.
It looks a little bit too much like Spider-Man. That's it. It makes me mad.
But then again, it's like all of them should be because technically this is going to be like the Dollar General version of the Spider-Verse, right?
Okay, I mean, that's so this dude is 42 years old.
He's 42? Yeah, you got it. 42 years old. Well, yeah, he's like I said, it's very much the Dollar General version of the Spider-Verse in one concentrated universe, I guess you could say, because all of these spider people happen to live like, thank God, in the same building, I guess. That's what they were all talking about in the trailer. Yeah, and Ezekiel Sims, this guy that's trying to come around and be like, oh, be careful. Yo, 100% I think they're going to introduce something like the inhibitors. And Ezekiel Sims is going to be very close to something like an inhibitor.
Dude, watch. What they're going to do is they're going to make they're going to make Venom in the MCU a little bit more prominent.
Shoot, what do you mean?
Remember, there's the little speck of Venom that was left.
Yeah, I got that, but that'll be in the MCU. This isn't in the MCU.
Yeah, it is.
No, this is going to be in the Andrew Garfield world or something like that. It was going to be in the other one because they're talking about Andrew Garfield or someone coming out in their film.
Yeah, but everyone talks about that shit.
Yeah, unless it's for sure it's coming out, and we all know that Andrew Garfield's good at lying to all of us, dude. Because he lied about being in the other movie so much, and it took spoilers. It took spoilers for us to realize.
Production companies: Columbia Pictures, Marvel Entertainment. Who is it being distributed by? Sony. Okay, so this is
it's a Sony film.
All right.
Yeah, thank God it's not a Marvel film. I would have laughed my ass off if it was a Marvel film. I mean, technically, it's but it's Sony, dude. It's Sony.
Yeah, but this is like honestly, man, that should actually lead into like one of our next points, right? Is the Sony Marvel disagreement?
True. Yeah. 100%. 100%. The factor that Sony hasn't used Andrew Garfield in any of their IPs.
Well, not just that, man, but like right now, there's a big disagreement on Spider-Man 4, Tom Holland's Spider-Man 4.
Okay. Shoot,
like right now Sony and Marvel are kind of like, well, I want to do this, well, I want to do this, well, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and he's like, well, fuck you, like, it's my movie. Yeah, but like, we make your movie good, like.
Yeah, both of them are in that same format
and
right
so
now.
they're like, yeah, but do you know that like our animated film like way outperforms like your live action
films?
Like, yeah, well, do you know that you still have an animated film because of our live action film? Like,
well, let me ask.
It's just like a lot of back and forth with them.
I'm gonna ask you this because you were a big fan of both of it. But what would you prefer? Do you prefer
Marvel's
way? So you prefer like what is it, Far From Home, rather than the Spider-Verse? Okay, so you're more into the live action than you are the animated series.
It's not the live action. Let me preface this. All right. I think that they should stay with a more, like, from what I've been reading, is that Sony wants to do a huge Avengers level event where it's like they're bringing in all these other factors, right? Okay. Marvel wants to do the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And have
that's because they make more money by doing it, by bringing him to their one, right? They don't want Sony to make even then. Money.
Yeah, but even then, like, it's also the smart play. Like, dude, we've given you all these grandiose stories, and they didn't hit. Take it back down a couple notches, see where it lands this time. You know what I mean? And so like now it's kind of like it's more of like a Shang-Chi sort of thing, where it's like it's a lot more grounded to like the street level event, not necessarily like, oh, we're trying to rescue the universe from fucking Kang the Conqueror or whatever the fuck.
Okay, I can see that. I could see where like Spider-Man doesn't need to have world-ending events every movie, right? Exactly. And the thing is the Spider-Man, but that's the thing. Like Marvel, I think if I'm not mistaken, they control a lot of these characters more than Sony does. Like, so Sony gets like assets.
Okay, so Sony controls distribution. Marvel controls production.
Yeah.
I make the movie, you control how it gets distributed. You want to put it on fucking Amazon Prime day one and have it be on there, or fucking Hulu, or fucking Max, whatever the fuck, go for it. Like,
but I think they're just attacking Sony the same way that they attacked Fox and they attacked all these other companies. Is they're trying to like pull a lot of power away from them and leave them with the bare minimum. So that way they slowly lose money and then they have to sell the character.
Yeah, but with Fox, that's a good thing though.
Yeah. Oh well, yeah. But then Sony's the same way, man. Morbius and all this other shit that they keep making.
But at the same time, look, dude, they also made 2 of the best-selling Spider-Mans ever.
Animated series.
Yeah.
But then again, with my argument to that one is that they have to use the Spider-Verse title to sell tickets, even though that's not the Spider-Verse story.
No, I'm fully tracking that. So they've ruined that opportunity. But at the same time, like that Spider-Verse like line of storytelling is hitting though.
Oh, most definitely.
But it's one of those things where like they took the story, they kept the base element of the story, which is just multiverse travel.
Yeah, just multiverse.
Yeah, and they made it good. Right? They still told a coherent story. They told a story that's still fun, easily digestible, and you definitely want to see again. Right? For me, it's like, dude, okay, but we already have a storyline, like a line of narrative in Marvel that has been working.
But in that thing, they just stole everything from the original Peter Parker character and gave it to Miles, and just gave it to him in that story. Even though Miles has no arcs like this in the comic book, he's barely like that might be true. We're not talking about Miles. We're talking about Peter. But that's the thing. No. You're talking about the Marvel, the Spider-Man universe, and the Spider-Man universe is Peter Parker
Yes,
at the head.
yes, and the
all the other
Spider-Man, yeah, and the character that they're having trouble agreeing on is not Miles, it's Peter.
It's Peter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Peter because they don't want to forefront Peter anymore. Sony sees that and they know that Peter's like the main guy. But Marvel does that's not their agenda for that character anymore. They want Miles at the forefront. They know
they're
that
not getting Miles. I guarantee they're not going to get Miles.
Right now, the generation of kids that are growing up, right now the kids that are growing up know Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Yeah, they don't know Peter Parker. They look at Peter Parker as the Uncle Ben now. And that was because
honestly, I kind of have to disagree with that. But the only reason being is because if that was the case, then they would have left him dead in the Ultimate Universe.
What are you talking, Spider-Man? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but they brought in Miles Morales. That's the whole thing. Is they made it Miles Morales?
My argument to that, what I'm saying is my argument to that is then why bring back Peter in the Ultimate Universe?
Because he's just going to be a guide. That's what he's going to be.
No, he already has one. He's
just going to be a guide. He already had one. The possibility of coming back.
No, but they already had one. He already has one.
You want to know? You want to know what that is?
And his main Marvel Peter.
You want to know what that is?
All the time. Like how many? Dude, fucking Miles was stuck in 616 for like 10 years.
He's been there. He lives there.
Yeah.
Causes the worst incursion because of the way the movie calls it.
It's basically just taking fucking, animated universe Miles and just giving him the bracelet. And it's just like, hey, man, I'm going to go back to my house. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't know what to do with his character. They never know what to do with his character.
I fail to see the mentorship of Ultimate Universe Peter being needed. Because he's already got it with literally the whole Avengers.
If that's not the case, if he's not going to be like some mentor character, right? They've already reestablished the whole Spider-Man mythos in the Ultimate Universe.
See, and the reason that I don't think that right now, as far as comic books are concerned, no one cares about Miles anymore.
Yeah, no shit.
No one gives a fuck about Miles anymore.
Yeah. And right
now, the only thing that they give a fuck about is the animated series. And to be completely fair, dude, and honestly, I have to say, I'm there mostly to watch Jake Johnson's Spider-Man. The 616 Spider-Man. And don't get me wrong, I love Miles. Right, he's a great character.
Good character, especially in the animated series.
But I love the discourse that Jake Johnson's character as Spider-Man has.
Is that the one with the baby?
Yeah.
Yeah. But he's not even sick.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's supposed to be the 616.
Yeah, I know.
It isn't, it isn't, but it is, sort of
it's
thing.
Like Andrew Garfield, right?
Or it's like if Toby and Andrew had an ugly baby.
Yeah, it's like Toby's guy.
Yeah.
But
that's what I mean. I love his Spider-Man.
Right? But so one, we know in the comic books, this is strictly comic book guys. We know the maker reached out to Miles Morales telling him, hey man, it's just you and me. We're the only original ones from the Ultimate Real universe. If you want, here's my card. When you're ready to come home, the door's always open, right? And then Miles chooses to stay in the 616 because I think they were still doing the Carnage story, or they were still doing something where they were using Miles's character in the story. And then they get to the Ultimate Universe. The maker starts doing all this shit. There's some really egregious things that are happening, which is their weird version of the Illuminati and all this stuff. And they end up approaching Peter Parker to have the spider, right? But it's very given to him in more of a cosmic superhero kind of thing, rather than it be a random spider bite him and he doesn't get to choose to be Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a whole nurtured different way of Peter Parker being Spider-Man. But in the essence of it too, I really think that this is just, because people were super excited that Peter got it in the Ultimates universe, right? Because everybody liked the Ultimates version of Spider-Man. But I really think this is
dude, I felt like he was really fucking whiny.
Oh yeah, because it's more realistic to our world, yeah. So he was going to deal with more our problems.
But I got all that whiny in my 616. I didn't need it again.
Yeah, especially when he was younger.
Yeah. I didn't need it again, bro.
But you know what I think they're gonna do, and this is me just calling it as it is, man. I think it's gonna be where they are. It's gonna be the bisexual Superman thing, John Kent thing, where they're not making him full gay. They're not really making him Peter Parker and Miles.
Kiss a dude.
Yeah, yeah, kiss a dude, bro. Just kiss a dude already. Yeah. They're making him bi so that in case it fucks up and it doesn't sell, and they want to kind of stick it, they'll just have him date a chick. and then it goes back to normal, and then they can just like, all right,
Whatever,
it was a
dude.
small
Why don't
article.
they just date each other and just kiss each other?
Just get it out. Just get it out. But no, they're gonna make it like that, where like they give Spider-Man the spider, and they have Miles Morales. They put Miles back in the Ultimate Universe, and no one gives a fuck about him. Hey guys, we got Peter Parker. Whichever comic book sells, we'll fucking throw away the other guy, make him the sidekick, and bring in the other one, and they don't have to worry about it because they have both Spider-Man. Because yeah, Peter Parker still got a lot of fucking traction, dude. A lot of people still like Peter Parker.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you're gonna bring him into the Ultimate Universe.
Exactly. And this is why I'm like, dude, like when everyone's like, oh man, it's like it's all about Miles right now. And I'm like, is it though?
But I keep telling people like what's gonna happen, and we have to be prepared for this, is they're gonna kill off Peter Parker and bring more Miles Morales into the movies. They are gonna do this. Tom Holland has already like voiced his opinion on like, man, I can't wait for them to introduce Miles. And it's like, you know what happens when they introduce Miles? We don't need two dudes in tights that can shoot webs. We just need one. And one of them has
we're about to get 5.
Yeah,
we're about to get 5 next month.
Literally, Madame Web's gonna be Shazam 2, bro.
Exactly.
It's gonna be Shazam 2. Everybody with the same power. It's weird.
Years ago, we had 3 dudes.
Yeah, that was doable because we at least liked all 3 of them.
Yeah, but guess what? That movie made almost $3 billion.
Yeah,
so
I think Madame Web's gonna be a horrible case. Horrible
dude.
Case.
From what I'm hearing, man, it's not gaining a lot of traction. It is not tracking well, and I'm not exactly saying I'm surprised, but
yeah, me neither. What about
But at the same time, you know what, dude? I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it with an open mind. I'm going to enjoy the action as it comes, and I am going to try and leave my continuity based opinions out of it. There's only one title in all of comics that has a movie that I will not watch, still have not watched, will never watch, nor its sequel that's coming soon, and that's Joker. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. I barely got through the first one. I was not a big fan of the first one. I thought it was okay. I think it would have been cool, and we talked about this a long time ago when it debuted and we saw it. I think they should have titled it Arthur and still had the paint and makeup or whatever, kind of make him look a little bit Joker-esque, but only giving like these hints to where you can kind of be like, is it the Joker? Or is it not the Joker? Is this what this film's about? Is it about him? Is it not? Like, I can't tell. But yeah, when they started going deep into the aspect of them saying that it literally was Joker in the second hour, I was like, dude, I'm so done with this. It's so bad.
Yeah. I was like, no, I'm cool. And
then
I had and give it up for this lady, dude. You know, she was actually like really hyping up this movie and trying to with me, right? And like comes to find out that I'm a big comic book fan and I know what I'm talking about. So she was like, no, Joker was a really, really good movie. And I was like, sweetheart, I know what the movie's about. Yeah. And she's like, no, but you have to like dive into like the like nitty gritty of the movie. And I was like, yes, it's about I was like, it's about the slow decline of mental health and, you know, in a person who was literally shit on his entire life. I was like, I get it. And so she's like, yeah. And I was like, well, guess what? I have 80 years of comic books that I can do that with.
Yeah, dude, I was gonna say like, but that's the thing. Like, they made it to where that character in that film was so relatable that he's so understandable and he's so like, and it's like, no, dude, you don't understand. The Joker is not relatable. One moment he's talking about how he's suffering, and then he fucking peels a kitten in front of you, and then giggles, and then shoves it up his ass, and you're like, what the fuck did I just watch? And that's the Joker. And then he'll be like, crazy that we're in a comic book, huh? You know what I mean? It's like, well, stop. Just stop. Like the Joker's
it takes Batman's fortune just to like for the lulz and
for the lulz
building. Yeah, for just to blow up a building or just take over Gotham. And that's it.
Like, look, like guys, if you don't think the Joker's a weird motherfucker and you don't understand, he knows exactly who the Bat family is.
Yeah. And he's known for a while.
And he still acts like he doesn't know on purpose. Like he could kill them every day. There's even parts of the comic books where he'll be like talking to Commissioner Gordon, and then all of a sudden be like, you know what? The other day when your wife made you this, you should have added lemon. It would have tasted better because I was under your bed listening to you for fucking 8 hours. And then I just left when you weren't paying attention. And it's like, bro, stop. Like, how? Like, how do you do this shit?
Yeah.
That's the Joker. But you're not going to, like, fuck, dude, you're not going to go off and make him humane and make it to where I'm like, maybe he's a misunderstood Thanos where 50% of the universe deserved it. Like, no, it doesn't work that way, dude. The Joker does not sit in that sense. Now we're gonna make it a musical.
And on top of that, dude, like, and I get it, right? You know, like, hey, I just want to let you know the only reason I didn't kill you is because you were really nice and you're a midget.
Oh, that was to me. I don't know why, but that was the only Joker part of the film.
Yeah, it was.
When he like tries to go and he's jumping for the lock, and he already planned that shit from the very beginning.
He like unlocks it and he's like, "I get it. You're a midget."
That was nice. That was the Joker part. That was the actual only Joker scene in the whole movie. And it was funny, but like,
and it's not the laughing scene in the fucking train.
Yeah, that's
it's stupid. Not the, and I think you should admit it. And no, none of that. That's why I was just like, I don't need to watch this movie.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? The most,
and I said this yesterday to her. So she's like, "Oh, but what about Lady Gaga?" And I was like, "What do you mean about Lady Gaga? Yeah. What I need to watch this movie to see her be crazy." I could literally watch any concert she's ever done for the past 15 years.
15 years.
And I can get her portrayal of Arlene Quinzel in this fucking movie.
You know what's even going to be crazier than that is the most iconic scene from that film, which was very artistic. I really dug it. Which is, of course, the step scene, right? Which is him going down the steps. Very, very iconic.
Well, I mean, there's memes about it now, and you know, like now she's gonna do it too, and they're gonna do it together or whatever in a little music number.
Yeah, they're gonna shit all over it because now they have to add her into it and try to make it to where like she was a part of it also. Yeah. And that's the part that sucks is like they just can't keep that as an original thing and then go on and make something newer now, like create something that'll be something in benefit for that story. Now they just have to steal from the old one, which I already. Yeah, like I said, it being a musical, them doing a recap of the scene in the stairway and all that stuff, like, I'm not impressed. Not impressed. But yeah, other than that, the only thing I can think of was honestly, Deadpool 3.
Well, not just that, man. Also, what is it?
Avatar?
Daredevil. Yeah, and
Avatar. I mean, there was a lot of stuff that dropped this week. I mean, the Avatar trailer looked amazing. I said earlier, I think in the prev, we talked about Monkey Mask. I think that's going to be cool. We can talk about that when it gets closer because we need a little bit more info. It looks crazy as fuck, but we just need a little bit more. And but I did want to ask you, we have Daredevil's. We got video of Karen and Froggy in a scene, which is cool. We get to see them come back. Looks a little too happy, joyous. So we don't know how it's going to play off yet. I'm not excited for Disney with what they did with his character in Echo or Kingpin in that matter, but we'll see when we get closer to that. And Deadpool 3. What's your take on Deadpool 3? We've got a lot of stuff going on.
Deadpool 3 is going to save the MCU this year.
You think it's going to be the saving grace?
I will be very, very, very surprised if it's not $1 billion movie.
I mean, but you heard about all the extra drama that was going on where they were like cutting Ryan Reynolds from shit, right?
Yeah, I guarantee you Ryan Reynolds is going to tell them to go fuck themselves and do it anyway.
But that's the thing. He's just like the producer and actor. Like they're just going to cut him from everything.
They also
else.
gave him carte blanche. They were like, you do what you do and make this movie like a great
the way you
MCU.
See it, right?
Yeah. Yeah,
and
so
I know that
like when everyone's like,
we have to do
so like when they were like, oh yeah, they're not going to let him improvise. I'm like, yeah, I guarantee you, like he went right back to them and was just like, look at my contract, go fuck yourself.
And then be like, yo, look at my resume and look at my last 2 Deadpool movies. Yeah. And then tell me
what have you put out in the past
that's of that nature.
Years?
1 and 2, bitch. Which ones have you done that you did that with the same IP? Yeah, straight. They should give him the reins. Him and his team the reins. But we do know that there's a lot of problems. There was some extra stuff that popped off. We
Honestly,
do know that
man, like I'm not worried about the problems. I'm really not. And like the reason being is just like I said before, like for one, like they give him carte blanche already. Secondly, like, dude, this guy puts out quality. Like he puts out good, quality, funny fucking movies, dude.
And he got it, dude. And no bullshit, he got Hugh Jackman to say yes to come back.
Yeah,
and get him in a fucking costume.
And pretty much the entire Fox cast.
Yeah, well, they ain't working. It's like they ain't working. I'm telling you, man, they ain't working.
Fucking the chick who's the Phoenix, she does stuff every once in a while.
Oh yeah, she's all right.
You know, there's no way. But dude, Ian McClellan, Patrick Stewart, you know, all these
ballers, dude. Yeah, they're ballers. Yeah. Even the new class, I think the X-Men new class guys too. But
I mean, dude, and James McAvoy, I mean, bro, that guy calls people for movies. Like,
Did
hey,
you see?
when do you need me in your movie?
Yeah, when did you mean I'm paying college tuition thing off?
Yeah,
Yo, did you see? Let me see if I can find it. Deadpool. 3 leaked photos. Did you see that the dude that plays the Thing was there?
I heard. Yeah,
Yeah, he was in one of the leaked pictures. Let me see if I can. What's his name? Do you remember his name? Chitless? Michael
I
Chit.
really don't remember his name. No.
Michael. I'll check real quick. But yeah, dude, Michael Chickless. Let's see. Yeah, the guy from Deadpool was seen in leaks. So like there's a possibility, which we talked about this a couple of weeks ago, that the Fantastic Four from the Fox universe is going to make its return. And they're going to be in that the way that we were calling it, where it's going to be like the life raft. Do you remember that?
Yeah, and honestly, like I really think it's going to be like a huge Endgame movie.
Yes,
but for Daredevil.
But for well, no, Deadpool.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, for Deadpool. I think it's gonna be. I think he's gonna pull in like, yeah. I kind of feel like that would be fucking funny if they were like, yo, we have 60 characters too.
Yeah,
but they're all from like 50 years ago.
Yeah, exactly. Really he's gonna be like, yeah, I have 60 characters, 60 Marvel characters too. But guess what? All of mine are out of work, and they're really gonna give us a good performance out of this.
Yeah,
like, dude, it's gonna be, dude. He's gonna break the biggest fourth wall out of everyone's career.
Everything, dude.
Yeah, everyone's career is literally going to be put in the fucking spotlight with this. He was like, Hugh Jackman, what's he doing right now? Les Mis? Fuck that movie.
Yo, we need like an Avengers Assemble with Deadpool at the end where he like calls for a hammer or gets something in his hand and he's like, Avengers, and it fucking catches it and he's like, assemble. Yeah. But like for X Factor or X Force or the team that he fucking killed off the last time, dude.
X-Force. Oh, remember the mustache guy is coming back.
Oh, he's coming back. Yeah, dude. Henry, or what's his name?
Yeah, Dan,
the fucking lawyer guy.
Yeah.
God
like,
damn it,
do you have any powers? No, man. Actually,
and he's like,
no, I got a deviated septum, and I actually got a fucking prostate, appointment in a couple days. He's like,
he breaks the broom, dude. The fucking little Indian kid. Stupid fucking movie.
Yeah,
I
dude.
love it so much.
And Dopinder, dude. Like,
yeah, Dopinder.
That
Brown
guy.
Avenger.
Yeah.
God, dude, I can't. The Brown Panther. There you go. The Brown Panther.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't wait, dude. I can't wait.
Literally death.
Can you imagine if that was it is? That he's just bringing all these people together to do like the Infinity War cast with all the fucking actors from all the movies?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it's gonna be good, man.
And they're gonna be like in a Walmart, or they're gonna be in somewhere instead of like on a badass battle. It's gonna be
dude. You know what it's gonna be? It's gonna be the Fox Studios, like it's gonna be like they're in Fox Studios, and they're gonna go from set to set.
They're in the void, right?
Yeah, and they're gonna go from set to set fighting. Watch, dude. I guarantee you it'll happen.
That's their version of the multiverse. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm about it. I'm about it. Triggs, what do we got coming up for this week for you, my man?
This week I actually have a private event on Friday at my bar, so my bar will be shut down that day for a private event, like I just said. But honestly, man, just gonna be bartending, looking for a job during the week. So, I'll be doing that. Next month actually is going to be our we're actually sponsoring a pinup contest. So yeah, we're gonna be sponsoring the Rockabilly Rumble pinup contest over at 5x5.
Nice.
So I will be one of the judges for that, and yeah, man, gonna be doing that next month. It's gonna be on the 16th, 17th of February. So
nice, dude. Well, can't wait, man. Can't wait. I'll probably see if I can go out there with you guys.
Hell yeah.
But good. Yeah, just back to regular work, teaching the guys at the gym. Can't wait. Bad Boys Boxing Gym. In case anybody wants to get in shape by kicking ass, let me know. We have classes, Bad Boys Boxing Gym, every day, Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Elizabeth, good to see you in the comment section. Straight. The original VA for 18 will be in Beltran. At a con the weekend of the 17th next month also. So there you go, guys. We'll get more information for that next time. Belton.
Yeah,
Belton.
Yeah, we'll get Belton is west of Killeen, outside of like Fort Hood or Fort Cavazos, whatever.
Everybody that came in today.
My sister actually lives there. That's actually where I was for a little bit. I was over in Belton. So I know exactly
who's
where
the guy you said she was friends with?
Huh?
Who's that DJ guy that you said she's friends with?
Oh, no, she's friends with an actor, J Head.
What is he?
The guy who played the little brother in The Blind Side. The little
kid. The little kid.
Yeah,
oh, that guy's so cute.
Yeah, man. He's a bartender over in Round Rock.
Bro, you should ask him if he wants to come on the show and talk business, man. Well, not business, but like talk comics and shit. Yeah, hit him up with the nerdness, dude.
Yeah, man.
Want to give a shout out to everybody on the comment section. Thank you guys for jumping into today with us today on the live show. We appreciate everyone here. Chrissy, Robert, we had finally we got Wrong Hole Rick back in the comment section. King Eddie back in the comments. Good to see you, my man. And Elizabeth, good to see you also. Thank you guys for tuning in. We appreciate every one of you. Omar, you two out there, man. Good to see you at the event yesterday. Had a great time. Ultra Gamers Expo was really fun. And yeah, can't wait to see you guys next week. Again, make sure you guys tune in with us every Sunday here on the Average Boys podcast. We appreciate every one of you. To all our extraordinary listeners, stay safe, stay warm, stay healthy. Enjoy your nerd self, and we'll see you guys again here next Sunday with the Average Boys podcast. We'll see you later. Have a good weekend. Peace.